Hi Ron, so I thought I'd make a video about how I overcame depression. So one of the things that allowed me to be fat in the first place was depression that I had. Now, it wasn't like suicidal depression or anything like that. It was more of a case of I was so depressed that I didn't love my body. Didn't love my body enough to nourish it with good food. Didn't respect myself enough to even want to look good. You know, I just didn't care. It was like I literally just didn't care about my appearance or the way that I looked or however, you know, even care about my health. You know, I was at the point where it's like I could die because I'm so unhealthy, but I just didn't care. So, and I used to play video games like 24/7 because I was so, I was so depressed from living in the world that I was living in that I needed to escape. And I really found like I had to escape from that world, and video games was an outlet, you know. So I would literally be playing video games, and whilst I was playing those video games, I was that character, you know. I was running around, you know, slaying dragons in Skyrim, or you know, racing fast cars on Gran Turismo and things like that. So it literally just took me out of the horrible reality at the time that was my life. Now, of course, you know, it wasn't that bad, you know, it's not like I was living in a third world country or whatever, so it was never really that bad. But to me at the time, I thought, you know, my life was awful. But the thing is, I didn't really think that. It was just kind of like a subconscious thing. Like I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy being me. I didn't enjoy being a fat slob. So anyway, it just came to me. I was like, I've got to change things. You know, I'm sick of sort of skating along, doing the least possible in life. You know, I want to achieve things. I want to do things. I want to better myself. So anyway, it came to, you know, that I just simply changed my mindset. I was just like, wow, I need to improve. And I've always been one of them strong-willed people, the kind of guy who can just quit cigarettes like that, or quit coffee, or whatever, you know, quit alcohol even. So it wasn't like, oh, I lacked the willpower to do these things. So it was just a case of I just needed to sort of have the mindset of setting my mind to it. And the mind is such a powerful thing. Once you've set your mind to something, you know, if you can follow through, it's very powerful. So anyway, I just simply set my mind to snapping out of this, looking after my body, and literally everything that I did from then on was all about sort of treating my body almost like a temple, you know, looking after my body, nourishing it, and being kind to it as well. And because that was something that I didn't do, you know, I treated it like shit all those years. And at the end of the day, if you look after your body's going to look after you. But I really didn't, you know. I've smoked cigarettes, you know, I did some drugs when I was younger, you know. I binged on junk food that's not even food, it's just food-like products. You know, I drank a lot of alcohol, all poison basically. Same with the caffeine, you know, I was smashing in the coffee. It's alright to have a little bit of caffeine here and there, but I was literally just smashing in 2, 3, 4 cups of coffee each day, just so I could stay awake essentially almost at that point. So anyway, I literally changed my mindset, and it's so all about the mindset, you know, thinking positively. And I started taking on audiobooks like The Secret and The Power. I know some of them are a little bit sort of airy-fairy and a little bit sort of hippie-like, but it's like you've got to sort of see, choose what you want to see in it. So don't be like, oh yeah, if I write a board, everything's going to become magical and I'm going to be a millionaire, right? Don't think like that. Just think. If you spend your life thinking negatively, like, where's that going to get you? You're just going to think more negative thoughts, and it's going to make you more miserable, and you're going to attract miserable circumstances into your life as well. Whereas if you're walking around with a smile, you're walking around happy, you know, you do little things for people, you know, people are gonna repay you back. People are going to think, oh, this person's nice, you know, they've done this for me, they're a good guy, or a good woman, or whatever, right? So they're gonna try and repay you back. I mean, obviously not all people, but And then if you walk around with a smile, you're going to seem more inviting. So maybe someone will come up and talk to you, and who knows, you might make a new best friend or whatever. Or if you go to an interview and you seem like a positive person, the person might hire you, or any circumstances like that. Or you might even be in a supermarket, and perhaps you're in like the vegan foods aisle, and if you go in with a negative attitude and miserable looking face, then you might not meet someone. But if you go in with a smile on your face, and you see someone who looks like they might need help, you might help them reach. I mean, it might be a pretty girl, you might be a guy and a pretty girl, and she's struggling, reaching for something, and you walk over with a nice smile and help her out, sort of thing. But not like, oh, I'm going to help her out so I can get in her pants, but like, oh, I'm going to help her out because I'm a good person and I want to help someone. So then next thing you know, you might have a nice date lined up and you might meet the love of your life. So this is what I'm saying, you're going to attract more positive situations. And let's be honest, it's really miserable being miserable. It's sad. So if you can just sort of change your mindset and be happy, then life's a lot like easier. It's a lot more bright. Like it's almost like when you're miserable, it's like you're in a dark cave and you just sort of want to dwell in your own sadness. But then when you start being happy, it's almost like the world's happy with you, and it's like everything's bright and beautiful and amazing. It's just so much better being like that. And like I said, I don't really buy into all this AFA stuff, but in my experience, thinking more positive thoughts, being more positive. I mean, you can always dwell on the bad things, but you can always also find the good in the bad. So maybe you're going along and it's like, I don't know, maybe you're cycling along and you're 30, maybe you've just gone out, right, on your bike, and then 2k in you get a puncture, and then you could think, oh shit, I've got a puncture, I can't do the ride. But then you could also think, thank God it didn't happen 50k away from home, because I was going to go 100k ride today. So you could be thank God it happened 2k in, so then I can just simply walk home and fix my tire. I mean, that's assuming you haven't got equipment. So there's always positive to find. And as soon as I started adapting this attitude, started sort of positive attitude, this is what I adapted. I adapted a healthy diet and exercise. So those three things. And then I didn't even think about the depression anymore. I didn't want to sit and play video games. I wanted to play life. Life was so much better than just sitting and dwelling on video games and wasting time, essentially. So yeah, if any of you are suffering from depression, I'll leave. There's a list of audiobooks in the link below in the description as well. So if you want to check them out, and yeah, depression is something that there's so much articles and stuff online on it. And the thing is with depression, it's like I don't know, it's silent. You don't know you've got it until you sort of think about it. So maybe you're sat there and you're sort of stuck in at home all day and you're playing video games and you're not really thinking, but maybe you're depressed, Look it up online, find some symptoms, whatever. But anyway, this is how I overcame my depression. Maybe this can inspire you to overcome yours as well, or begin to. Let me know if you like the video in the comments below. Like it if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next video, everyone.